This is, of course, self-therapeutic psychiatric multimedia project. If you would like introduction to what we do here on this channel and on this project in general, you can check the previous live streams for the past 3.5 years, straight up to January 2021 or January 2021. My bad. And that will cover how we break down the Ahn Rho Project to sub-series, analogies, domains of life, and like finance, relationships, all that jazz, including copyright music, free music, and the schedule and everything else, all that jazz. So without further ado, let's just dive into today's content, which isn't very much. I think the main highlight today is, as you see in the title, today. One of the things that I'm focusing on trying to do, not trying to do, that's the thing. I'm not trying. I'm not even trying to not try. And to put things in perspective here, and I can't even tell if it's a good or bad thing, and it's frankly I don't really care. The point is that this stage I am far less ambitious than and then just living as is. What am I going to cover today are some very basic trivial things, and just a little bit of stuff on the left hand side, the task list. So what you see is what you get, as usual, just being real, raw, and honest on stream. But the main thing that I do want to talk about on this particular live stream, and we're only going to have one live stream today, is the main one is how I'm going to start recording myself and then refining those revisions and play those when I'm at work, much like as if I could implement and execute on the mindsets, the habits, the practice of the Ahn Rho Project, and incorporate that into myself bodily, into my own behavior. So with that being said, before we get to that, we will cover a few photographs, breakfast food, pizza, some debt foods. That's what you see in the main panels, the main photos. You can see the pizza as well. And we're going to talk about just a little bit of some cleaning up of some trash, logistical work, and health supplements, and restocking inventory. Then we're going to get to the audio stuff, which again, this stream I don't anticipate will last much longer than say 12 minutes. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to try to pull away. Well, you know what? I don't pull away anything. Let's just maximize. Let's zoom in on this thing here. That's the pizza I received from my guardians, and actually I made the purchase myself because they don't really know how to do it. But they know that I can do it and do it nice and get like a 2 topping extra large and make it look amazing. And it is amazing. You can see all that Italian blend seasoning. So now this is basically some stuff I ate on Saturday. Here's another snapshot of it. And of course I also took some to work, and so this is the slice, 2 slices, one Hawaiian-ish, bacon crumble, pineapple, and the other one is New York style pepperoni with grilled zucchini. And so I split the extra large in half and put 2 toppings on one side, 2 toppings on the other, and then just put some free topping on top, like Italian blend seasoning, triple the amount. The base was extra on the bottom as well, so it was tomato paste. Now that's what I brought to work. Okay, all right, and you can see this is basically what I did yesterday. Now I put it inside that box. So we talked about that yesterday. All right, now let's move on to that cheesy bread. Actually, you know what? There's a photograph here of what it looks like. There's a half moon cheesy bread with Italian marinara sauce next to the pizzas, the large, extra large pizza, split in half, 2 types, with a creamy garlic dip. So again, stuff that is class 2 because I didn't buy it myself. Now the half moon cheesy bread up there on the top right hand side, it's a high res. Look at that shit. That looks amazing. So fucking amazing. I mean, this is a good photograph, good enough in detail, and I owe that, I guess, to the lighting, but this is something I could share on on a platform. Now with that being said, here's the marinara dip, and we're gonna move on now. So today there's only 2 photographs, and I really have to thank this practice of not giving a fuck, because I'm not caring at all has made it much easier for me to be able to get more stuff done. I just have 2 photographs here, the raisin bread, and that's about it. So this is a depth food item here. And depth foods as in coming from my guardian, so class 2. So I binge ate almost 3 slices of these, and that was my breakfast this morning. So with that being said, let's get up, let's start moving, let's start moving, stand up a little bit. Alright, so this is the second portion of the streams I usually have. So you see all the stuff here, grocery, this is region D1. D2, I have all the stuff up here. D2 is kind of mostly drinks I have ready for tomorrow morning, but we gotta clean up D1 and we gotta clean up region A. So those 2 areas need to be finished, and this one too. So I have to mention that obviously the forks, the spoons should really go in here when I'm done using the ones I'm restocking on a pile of disposable spoons. So I'm just gonna put these up here, and when the time is right, I'm just gonna put them back into the bag. Now as for this is a box of paper napkins I bought over from grocery when I was over the weekend, and I'm gonna take this out here. I'm just gonna take this out here and put it in the trash. It's really a bag I'm gonna take to work, and I'll move this over here to region B. So this is region B over here. This is B1, this is B2, and it belongs right here, with the napkins on the side here, you see up there, right? So I'm gonna stick it out behind. And basically the idea is to take one before I go to work every morning and place it here on the mask, just like that, and then I have double kind of use. Now this here I guess is kind of dirty. I mean, it's just kind of garbage. I mean, I don't know. I'll take it over to the side. Okay, alright, back here. Now we have the oatmeal, we have the boost. So oatmeal and boost, I'm gonna take one extra one and place it up here, and this one I'm gonna take downstairs back into the kitchen. So I'm gonna go outside into the kitchen, and that's where it's gonna go, downstairs. As for this, I mean, it's all trash now, so I can break it up and just kind of break it up and put it inside here for recycling. Last thing that has to go downstairs, we got this oatmeal, great value oatmeal. So this one also goes downstairs, and so these 2 together here. Tomorrow morning I'm going to remove it from region D1, bring it downstairs to the kitchen. Next. Alright, now we're going to stick to this office area here. You can see that I was binge eating yesterday, and I was being a real fuck, and things were real shit, because there's something I forgot to mention. Okay, so it's probably down here, right there, 460 on the left hand side. You see that 460? Why don't I zoom that up for a second? It says cousin call spoke for 6 hours, and I really just opened up on the story behind me and my, I guess, the very dilapidated dynamic in this household for the past 3 decades, and that's 460 right there, and how it's attributed to a lot of my own problems here, they are my responsibility now, okay, without question. And so, I was opening up about all the, I guess, stock, gambling, debt, losing the house, just a lot of screaming, shouting, kicking, arguments, threats, all that consistent stuff that it leads to an unhealthy family. And I went to work yesterday, and it was just a pretty miserable day, because all of that personal shit just poured out. And so when I came back from work, I can say without fact I was also very irresponsible. You can see here I have all this food that I was supposed to save for work today. This blueberry pie and these bits and bites snacks. So these are all finished when in fact they were supposed to be eaten at work. They're done already now. So what I can do is just gonna put this inside here, take this to the trash. All this is garbage. So all this stuff here, just stick it in right here, take it out when I go to work, and that's that. So I don't have to say too much about that. Same thing with this boost here. So I drank a lot of stuff yesterday. I had this boost, I had this blueberry pie, I had that snack, all that after I came back from work. In fact, I eat my dinner at work, so I really should not eat anything when I come back. I should just go to sleep. And so I was just being a jackass, and I binge ate, and that's my fault. Okay, nobody else. Back here. So the last thing that we have to cover logistic wise, so moving about, we have this Usana Health Sciences Proglucamune, which is kind of running short now. You see right here. So that one has maybe about 2 more days, 2, 3, and 2.5 days left. This one's empty now, so what I can do is I can take this, move it to region C. So region A7, move it to region C1, put in some of those box packages of health packs, and this will be for a sample for the client, and that's that. So I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna remind myself after stream to put it away. As for this, so I took a new stock bottle from region C1 and brought it down here. So over there, move it down here. And this, I have to take out the peel, right? You see that kind of plastic feel right there. And so you can see, right, you see that right there. Yeah. And I will have this ready for the next day. So when the day comes, when it runs out, that bottle right here, this bottle is all empty. It's the same. As for this plastic shit, move over to the side here, more trash. So with that being said, all this is garbage, recyclables, and I've cleaned up this area, region D1's, all the stuff going downstairs. I put some stuff up here for saving for the next day before I go to work, and then I restocked the supplements here and cleaned up all the shit here. Last thing, we got this receipt here, and that's from the groceries, Walmart, so I'm gonna place it over here. I've already done the Excel, the budgeting, all the stuff, and good. What I've recognized is, by the way, down here on the bottom left hand side, so the task, it says 470 logistical disposal. I still have to, at the end of the day, even 469, my I guess desire to just automate certain things, it doesn't really work out. I recognize that there are a lot of times where I still have to cover things more than once, even though I've done it before in a previous live stream. I guess that's just the nature of a vlog style type thing, because sometimes things just, you might do the same thing in a different way, and it's a noteworthy mention sometimes, even though ideally I don't want to talk about it more than once. The fact is, the reality is that I oftentimes do, and so that's just something I have to cope with for now. Not a big deal. The biggest improvement is really, the most important thing is to just not stress over doing it. Whether I do it once and only once, or once and never again, I mean like once and consistently cover, I shouldn't get stressed over it, and I really should not give two fucks about what happens, because it doesn't matter, it's not worth my attention. This, I guess, I'll leave this up here. Who knows, I don't know, I'll use it eventually. Okay, with that being said, let's sit down. I have only about a minute left, and I think it makes it easy for me to just focus on what little I have on the side here. That's really important. I can say without a fact that I did have to pay for my transport, my monthly pass yesterday. That was probably like up here. I have to do the monthly bank check with all the banking accounts or checking accounts, whatever, and also had to back up my devices in terms of all my Excel spreadsheets and scanned documents. There's a volunteer report for the long-term seniors home, which I had to call my clients and check out, make sure he's doing well, but he's like family to me anyway, so it'll be nice. But the most important thing really is that you see down here 467. I'm going to, I recorded the conversation between me and my cousin. It's called for the 6-7 hours that dived into the domestic household issues, and I played at work, and that made it was like self-therapy, it was like psychiatry, going through my challenges, and I'm gonna try to see if I can refine that further, and almost use myself as a guide from now on. Well, more on that the next live stream. I only have about 10 seconds left, so take care of yourselves. This is the take-home message. Make sure you're a strong, responsible individual. I hope to see a better version of you as well as myself in the next live stream tomorrow morning. This is Ahn Rho signing out. Ciao.